Wow, just when we thought the Angel Reese drama couldn't get any wilder, more explosive, or more unpredictable, she did this. And now, the entire WNBA is watching with a mix of shock, disbelief, and a whole lot of judgment. July 7th was supposed to be a triumphant night for Angel Reese. She suited up for the Chicago Sky and delivered what could easily be called one of the best performances of her young professional career. 22 points, 15 rebounds, a fierce level of hustle and determination. She was everywhere, diving for loose balls, crashing the glass, fighting for post position, making second-chance plays. On paper, this game should have been remembered as the breakout performance that proved she could carry a franchise. But it wasn't, because despite her personal stats and fiery energy, the Sky still lost. 81-79, a heartbreaking 2-point loss to the Washington Mystics. It was close, it was winnable, and in the end, it was another L. And that's when everything unraveled. Late in the game, during a timeout, tensions boiling, frustration visible on her face, Reese walked over to the sideline. And then, boom, no hesitation. She smacked a clipboard clean out of her assistant coach's hands. Just like that. One swing, one act, one moment caught live on national television. In front of cameras, in front of fans, in front of millions watching at home. It wasn't a nudge. It wasn't subtle. It was loud. It was aggressive. And it was personal. And with that one action, her entire performance suddenly didn't matter anymore. No one was talking about her 22 points. No one was applauding the 15 boards. No one cared about the stats. No highlight reels. No applause. The headlines didn't celebrate her game. They talked about the clipboard. Because that single moment of chaos told everyone watching one very clear thing. This wasn't just frustration. This was rebellion. This was defiance. This was Angel Reese sending a loud, emotional message. I'm not listening to y'all anymore. And now the Chicago Sky has responded. Fast forward to the next day, and Angel Reese was suspended. That's right, suspended by her own team. Internal disciplinary action. And let's be clear, that doesn't happen in the WNBA unless the situation is serious. Unless it's reached a boiling point. Unless even her team, has had enough. This wasn't the league stepping in. This wasn't a slap on the wrist. This was the organization saying, we've seen enough. Sit down. And now fans are split down the middle. Some people are outraged. Others say it's long overdue. But one thing's for sure, no one's staying quiet. Social media exploded. Hashtag Angel Reese was trending all night. And not because of her stats. Clips of the clipboard slap were replayed over and over again. From every angle. Slow motion. Zoomed in. Analysts breaking it down frame by frame like it was a game-winning shot. But this wasn't a highlight. This was a meltdown. So how did we get here? How did one of the most hyped rookies in recent memory go from rising star to headline scandal? Well, it didn't start with this. Not even close. This was just the latest chapter in what's quickly becoming a long, messy book. Angel Reese has been at the center of controversy from the moment she stepped into the league. Some love her, others hate her, but no one ignores her. She demands attention. Whether it's trash talk, cryptic tweets, subtle shade at teammates, or viral sound bites, Reese has a way of staying in the spotlight. And not always for the right reasons. Let's go back. Earlier this season, she said it herself. I'm the player every team is scouting for. That statement alone caused a media storm. Because while confidence is great, delusion isn't. And let's be real, Reese has been solid, but not dominant. Her shooting percentage inside 5 feet, barely over 43%. That's not elite. That's not even efficient. That's a struggle. But the way she carries herself? You'd think she's a perennial MVP, a future Hall of Famer, the second coming of Lisa Leslie. Every post-game interview sounds like a TED Talk. Every quote sounds like she's got something to prove to the world. And maybe she does. But here's the problem. WNBA veterans aren't buying it. There have been rumors, tension in the locker room, whispers of ego clashes, people around the league saying she doesn't want to be coached, that she's bigger than the team. And now, the clipboard moment might have confirmed it all. And let's not forget, this isn't just any player acting out. This is a rookie who's already been fined, benched, criticized by former players, and now suspended by her own team. That's unheard of. Think about that. How many first-year players in any league, NBA, WNBA, NFL, get this level of attention for all the wrong reasons. And yet, here we are. And some people say she's just passionate, that she plays with emotion, that she cares. But here's the thing, emotion without control? That's not leadership. That's chaos. And it's not just fans who are noticing. Former WNBA stars are speaking out. Coaches are commenting anonymously to reporters. One exec reportedly said, "If she keeps this up, no coach is going to want to deal with her long term." That's damning. Because the WNBA is a small league. 12 teams. Limited roster spots. If you get labeled as difficult, that reputation follows you. Just ask Liz Cambage. And here's where it gets even more complicated. Angel Reese's off-court popularity is sky high. Millions of followers. Major endorsements. National commercials. She's already a household name, and she hasn't even made an all-star team yet. That kind of fame creates pressure. Expectations. Cameras everywhere. And when you're constantly being compared to someone like Caitlin Clark, every move gets magnified. And the Caitlin comparisons? They're nonstop. Clark's calm. Reese is loud. Clark lets her play do the talking. Reese gives quotes for days. Clark is praised. Reese is polarizing. And maybe that's the point. Maybe Reese knows exactly what she's doing. Maybe this is the image she wants. The firebrand. The disruptor. The antihero. The villain. But if that's true, she better start winning. Because you can't be the villain and lose. Not in pro sports. Fans will tolerate antics if you're putting up 30 and grabbing 20. But if you're barely hitting 10 on poor shooting and you're costing your team wins with technicals, turnovers, or outbursts, then you're just a distraction. And right now, that's what people are calling her. A distraction. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky is trying to build something. A new identity. A young core. Stability. And Angel Reese's behavior might be throwing all of that off balance. Sources inside the organization have hinted this isn't the first issue. There's been late arrivals to meetings. Disagreements with the coaching staff. A sense that she wants to be the face of the team before she's even earned the locker room. And now, the suspension is seen by many as the team saying, "Enough. This isn't college anymore. This isn't LSU. You're not protected by a system that lets you do whatever you want. This is the pros. And in the pros, you're held accountable." So now the big question becomes, what happens next? Does Angel Reese reflect? Apologize? Grow from this? Or does she double down and continue to play the role of misunderstood star? Does the league intervene further if more incidents happen? Do sponsors start pulling back if her image continues to spiral? Or does she rise from this, stronger, better, more focused than ever? Only time will tell. But what we know for sure right now is that the WNBA is watching closely. Teammates, coaches, execs, even fans who once cheered for her are starting to ask questions. Because it's no longer about talent. It's about trust. Can you trust Angel Reese to be the leader of your team? Can you trust her to keep her emotions in check when the pressure is on? Can you trust her to represent the league the right way? The clock is ticking, and her next move might define the rest of her career. Because right now, one thing is clear. Angel Reese has all the tools to be a superstar. But if she can't control the fire, she might just burn everything down, including her own future. And if that happens, she won't be remembered for her rebounds. She'll be remembered for the clipboard.